What's going on? Welcome back. I didn't do a video last time because I just wanted to knock out some work, and this is what we got achieved. So there's the engine cover, and just need to finish welding some little bits and then give it a polish. This will all be covered with carpet, so I wasn't too worried about the grinding marks. So there's the back evacuation area for the heat. So the heat will travel up here and get sucked out these holes, hopefully. We've started putting some stuff back in the last time. There's the hard lines from the pump to the valve block labelled up on what's going to do what. And that's just tucked in the back there. The old man's working on putting in the lines for the hydraulics in here. So there's the fittings on the cylinders. We've got the wrong fittings at the bottom at the moment, so just waiting for those. And that's where the lines are coming through there. So he's just making those. Well, I suppose I should start making the second engine cover.
Well, we should finish the first one first.
We'll finish the first one first. It's close. Just got to put the hinges on, look at some way of locking it down. In other news, if you're overseas and you like the style of our boats, Mike's now selling planes. So if you go to liquidviolation.com, you can buy his planes for the 3.1 meter and the planes for his trailer. So that's the same as our boat. Ours is a 3.6, but you can get a 3.1 from him now, and buy the planes online. And over the week we got our trailers. Our trailers have arrived, so we'll be getting onto those once the boats are nearing completion. All nicely cut, and gives you some nice instructions there on how to build it. So yeah, if you like the boats, go and check out his website, liquidviolation.com, and you can pick up some plans for a jet boat. Right, we should get into it. we're just setting up for the tack the old man's cover together. So I've tacked the inside skin in, tacked the inside skin in, and then tacked it to this, and now we're just going to set it up and then do some tacks around the top of that, tack it all together before I weld it. Looking good. Moving it because it's designed to be corner on corner when you weld, something like that, so it gives a good penetration. Tacked in place, so now we've just got to pull it out and weld her up. Looks pretty cool on the boat actually. Looks really nice. Perfect armrest height. Go out the top. Run out. Let's go weld it up. Yeah. Day 2. Just doing a bit of straightening after welding. It moved a little bit. Just straighten that back edge so it looks nice sitting on the boat.
So I over straightened it.
So just moving it, then heating it so it moves. And I donated my base to the old man, so I have to get the other one and work on that. So I flipped over my cover and I'll chuck it on top, make sure the shape fits, then weld it up and get ready to put that in the boat. And then we'll have to work out how the hinge is going to work, so I have to weld those up as well, and then we should be pretty close to installation and working out this wiring and bolting everything in. That's the exciting part, I think. After that's done, we'll have to build these trailers. So I better look at getting hubs and stubs and stuff for that. So there's the bottom plinth that the cover sits on, so I'm just going to match it to the shape, and I'll vice grip it on here, and then I'll tack it all together, and that guarantees that it will all line up properly. But it's pretty close as it is. Looks good. So I stopped recording quite early because we just wanted to get these nailed out, but this is where we got to anyway. So I finished my plinth down the bottom, welded in the corners. So as you can see on this one, the corners aren't welded in yet. So I welded in that. Meant to weld the hinges. Where did that go? There's a bar. I can't find it now. There it is. So this is the hinge bar that goes right through, and you weld it up here, so it gives it a bit more strength when you're lifting the hood. But I got a bit carried away on mine. Instead of having it sticking out looking like that, I just fully welded it, filled in all the gap, and then smoothed it off, and it looks so much nicer than having that sticking out. I think you'll all agree. So I got that done. All I have to do now is bolt the hinge down, and I've got my cover ready for installation. We've got some rubber that goes underneath here to seal it, so it'll go under here, right around the back, and keep the water out of the engine bay, hopefully. We've got a deflector. If we get too much water coming through here, we've got a deflector we can put in here. Over here, I'll find that. So this deflector, we thought about putting it in the inside behind it, so we can adjust how much flow we get and hopefully stop a bit of water, too much water going in. But anyway, if there's water in, so I'll just flip the front over and I'll show you. So these are the bottom covers. So this is a sealed cavity, so that's the only way the water can get in, and we've got these covers. So what we're going to do is, like above the turbo, we'll cut a hole and put a tube that goes just about to the top. So if the water goes in, it will hopefully not get into the tube that's going to be above the turbo. And what we'll do inside here is we'll cut another hole, probably taper it down, maybe use the dimple die to get it like that, weld a tube on it, and then we'll put 2 more outlets on the back of the boat. So if any water gets in there, it will just flow out and out the back of the boat. Probably something like our sand trap emptying one. So we might tee into that one on this side, and then put another one of those on the other side. So that'll be cool, and then we won't hopefully get too much water in the boat. That's why I put it sitting on top, so it gave it more of a chance to not, get a bit of water over the top. I know it's only small and we have the chance of a lot of backwash, but we did think about making a cover that went over it for when we're not got passengers, and maybe turn those into storage areas. So it's come out quite well. I really like the look of it. So it'll look nice with the Race Tech seats in there, and then we'll get some squabs made for there and up on the back. And also the old man made all these lines for our hydraulics, so they all tuck in there nicely. We might redesign this bracket and turn the cylinder 90 degrees so they're not sticking up so high, because you see there, gets quite close. But we also have the wrong fittings in here. We're getting some aluminium ones that should drop it right down. These are straight, not tapered, so they go right in and hit the spear. So we'll get some proper ones for that. But they are looking awesome. So it's getting exciting now, because now it's time to put everything in. That was our last big fabrication job, was this. We're thinking we'll carpet all this, carpet all that, carpet the hump, carpet all that, and then might get some custom foam made for up here. It'd be awesome if we could get Mike's LVB bit of foam to put in there, just so everyone knows what type of boat it is. Hopefully it's not too distracting from what he makes, because we welded these up ourselves. But yeah, as I mentioned, if you haven't checked out Liquid Violation Boats and Mike's work, you should check out his Facebook page, Liquid Violation. He makes some awesome boats and they're real tidy. He's made quite a few and sent them overseas, so if you want one, you could hit him up and he possibly could send you one. And like I said, also he's now started selling the plans, so you could buy your own plan, and you get the trailer plans with it as well. So yeah, if you haven't seen Mike's stuff, go to his Facebook and give him a like. And yeah, they're really nice boats. I really like the look of them. That's why we picked these boats, because of the overall shape. It's real nice compared to some of them out there. We did the DIY with the plastic on the bottom, which he said 2 years ago we're the first ones to DIY it ourselves, but I guess 2 years have gone past, and I'm sure other people have gone ahead and done the plastic bottom. Really excited to get these going, so the next time we're back in the shed, we'll be doing some permanently bolting, I think. Getting it all ready to wire and get tuned. So that's going to be awesome. Finally, after 2 years, it's I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm sick of welding. Like, this has been a lot of work welding. I'm so glad this last fabrication job is over. But then there's a pallet outside with 2 trailers on it, aluminium trailers, so I still have to do that yet. But that means we can get them to the river. We have to take them on a couple of hour trip to get them tuned by the people we bought our ECUs off. So yeah, so we'll probably chuck them in the water there and have our first squirt around. I'm just looking forward to it. It's been a long time coming, so yeah, 2 years of weekend work, every second weekend though. So the old man's going on holiday in 2 weeks, so probably won't be doing anything then. I might have a break, even though I should really get in here and get some stuff done, but might have a break. Hardly get breaks on this sort of stuff, but yeah, it's cool. So next time I'll catch you and we'll do some real interesting stuff. I think this fabrication been a bit lax on the videos because it's just boring, tedious work. But yeah, my design came out well. It looks the part. I just think it looks awesome. And with the seats, once they're in there and those seats are in, we have to recut the floor because of this one here. We didn't obviously have a design in mind, and that one's cut a bit wrong. But we got some spare marine ply for that, so we've got to cut 2 new floors, sort out the hinges on the old man's one, just finish off welding the base of his. We have to work out how we're getting some air into the engine cavity, because those side panels over there, I think we're going to put some panels in there just so it doesn't look unfinished, because that just looks a bit weird. But then we have to work out how we're going to get some air in there, maybe some vents on the front cover here. Yeah, so stay tuned, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for following along. It's great. Thanks for the comments. I love it. Cheers.